Welcome to this first and ceremony of Peace and Remembrance, and it really is to honor our young people that we lost this year due to violence. And this day really is a time for us to acknowledge the significance of those lives, each and every one. I want to thank all of the public officials who are here. We know that Mayor Pugh is on her way. And I'm really grateful for the families of some of our students who are slated to be here and who are here this morning. That is not easy to do. In the current school year, 9 Baltimore City school students lost their lives in acts of violence on the streets of our city. There really are no words to describe our sadness in the face of such tragedy, and there is no limit to the sense of outrage we feel when we contemplate what we have lost. 9 young lives filled with potential and possibility. Lives that already, in many cases, were valuable, noted, and vibrant parts of their school communities and their families. They were capable of so many more achievements that will now not be realized and promise that will grow unfulfilled. These are young lives cut short, families shattered, and dreams destroyed. I pray for peace in which our children can thrive. But I know that peace is intimately connected to justice, and justice will only come when all of Baltimore's children become our children. And we take responsibility as a society, as communities, for ensuring that our young people have every opportunity to realize their full potential and make their dreams a reality. Let us commit ourselves this morning to peace and to justice, and, while maybe not politically correct, to love. In the memory of the students we have lost, and in our determination that we must lose no more. All of our young people carry within themselves the God-given potential to change our future for the better, and we must ensure that they have the opportunity to become everything they are meant to be. We will now read the names of each of the young people whose lives were lost. And I would like us to, in the pause, in the ding of the bell, after each name, really allow the significance of their individual lives, not them as collective body, but as individuals, to really sink into our consciousness. We will start with Rashad Parks, Excel Academy. Tyrese Davis, Calverton Elementary Middle School. Thomas Johnson, Reginald F. Lewis High School. Jeffrey Quick, Bluford Drew Jemison STEM Academy. Stefan Cook, Excel Academy. Andre Galloway, Frederick Douglass High School. John Brown, Excel Academy. Ray Glasgow Jr., Baltimore City College. Jordan DeShields, New Era Academy. And now at 10 o'clock, I would like us all to observe a brief moment of silence. Thank you all. And it is now my pleasure, I believe, yes, to introduce the mayor of our city, Mayor Catherine Pugh, and I want to thank her for being here today with us to celebrate and commemorate the lives that were lost this year. Thank you, Mayor Pugh.
It's a very, very difficult moment to stand here with all of you all, because as most of you all know, any life lost is a life too many. And losing our young people to violence in our city is unconscionable. So let me first say to Dr. Sonia Santelises, to all of our elected officials, to our wonderful teachers union and their representatives, to our school board, to the staff, the family, and the friends. We have lost too many people in our city to violence. We've lost too many young people whose lives were very promising to violence. Too many illegal guns on the streets of our city. Too many lives being cut short too soon. The impact on our community is traumatic. The pain and suffering that families and friends will feel will be with them for their lives going forward. I am so sorry to all of those who are suffering as we are suffering in the city for the loss of our children. To bury someone in your family is painful. For a parent to bury a child is even greater pain. With each loss, Baltimore also loses a piece of its future. Violence reduction, as many of you all know, is my number one priority. And even though we are reducing violence, we're not reducing it fast enough. Every time a gunshot goes off in this city, it comes to my phone. Every time someone is killed, every time someone is cut, every time a life is cut down in the city, whether it is in the early dawn of morning or the dark of the night. Not only am I awakened, I am awake, because my heart bleeds and the pain is unbearable. But what I want you all to know is that we can't reduce this violence by ourselves. Our children don't come out on our front steps or on our playgrounds to be cut down by violence. The challenges in our city are great, but we can be better than this. We're building new schools in our city and in creating a community environment for our children to grow, to prosper, and to be a part of our future, and yet we see them being cut down too soon. But so I say to you all, we must resolve to protect our children, to protect life, to understand that violence is not the way. We can't afford another loss. We can't afford to continue this kind of pain. We must forge together forward. I know that summer curfews are in place, but we do know that there are young people who will be working. There are families who need young people to work. There are children who want a brighter future in our city, and we made Baltimore City Community College free because we want every child in this city to know that opportunity is in front of you. We held the first ever youth fair for our young people who are graduating this June because we want our children to know that there is a future. Over 100 employers came to hire our young people. Baltimore, we have great young people in our city and we must nurture them. We must hold them dear. But we have a responsibility as a city, as teachers, as parents, to know where our children are, what we can do for them. We must meet them where they are and we must lift them up. There are young people who've already decided what their futures are going to be. Some were prepared to go to college. Some had already been awarded scholarships. And yet, we will not have the benefit of what they would have been for Baltimore. I want to assure all of you that our future is in front of us, and it is bright. And I want our young people to know that we believe in you. We know that you are our future. We know that you'll be the stars that you can be. And everything that we can do as a city, we will do, because we want to see your light shine. And so, while we hold our heads in silence and our hearts are suffering pain, what we want you to know is that we're going to wrap our arms around you. Baltimore, we will move forward. And we want you to know that every young person in this city counts. Regardless of what neighborhood they come from, or what income they have or don't have, every child counts. Every child should be a part of our future, and every child deserves our love. In Baltimore City, we deserve to love and put our children first and push them forward. Let them know that we want them to be all that they can be. God bless you all for joining us, and let us remember those who've gone on, but more importantly, let us lift up those that are in front of us. Let's dry their tears, let's lift their heads, let's show them that Baltimore wants to be, can be, will be a part of their future. God bless you all.
I just want to thank Mayor Pugh again for coming today. I want to thank Mr. Jimmy Giddings from our administrative union, our board chair, Cheryl Kashani, who is here. And now, as a way of reminding us of the potential of our young people and our city, it is my pleasure to introduce Positive Social Change Theater Performing Arts Troupe from Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts.
Hello, we are the Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts High School Positive Social Change Theater Performing Arts Troupe. It is in times like this
when the pain that we feel seems so overwhelming, when doubt, fear, and uncertainty throws us in a swirling vortex of depression, anxiety, and pessimism.
It is in times like this
when we had no other choice but to search for the commonality of our humanity and face the reality that we are just one human family.
It is in times like this
when we need to embrace the power of now. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now.
It is in the power of now where the true magic of life lies. It is in the power of now, the power of right now, that we can decide to do the right choice, do what's best for all of us. It is in the power of now.
So we can decide, all of us, working together to make this world better so that we all can rise.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. You can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up and we'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up high like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up and we'll do it 1,000 1,000 times again. And for you, for you, for you, for you.
You are right. Line 2. We were the Dr. Bell Savage Institute of Visual Arts High School. And social change through the performing arts troupe for you.
And I want to thank Divine Carr also, who is that 9th grader who just bellowed out that rise up. And when I was trying to sing along, and I know the mayor was too, we were singing. But when she hit that note, we were like, baby girl, you are on your own. You are on your own. That was awesome. Awesome. So I just want to thank all of you for taking this time out in your day. Again, many, many thanks to Mayor Pugh. For coming out. She's probably the only person in the city who I think has a more packed schedule than I do. And so for her to take time out, I think shows her commitment to our young people. Again, all of the Board of Commissioners, partners, friends, and all of you all here, many of you in central office, you being out here shows that you see the connection between your work and the real lives of our young people. I appreciate it, their families appreciate it, our city appreciates it. And thank you to Christy Lewis and Sabrina Sutton, who did a fabulous job in the turn of an instant, really getting this together. So again, thank you. Let us all work together on behalf of our young people in our city. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.